Hello everybody, we're back. Another week has gone by and another chapter of the new book has been drafted. So this is the first draft of chapter 4. It's titled The Tall One. A son and daughter stood attentive in their living room, their mother drowsy, reclining in a chair. This woman was not old by typical description. Her playful spiked hair tinged with a purple showed that. The son and daughter asked, "Mom, are you comfortable?" She looked up with droopy eyelids and muttered, "I'm all right. I'm just tired." There was an afternoon light that filled the space in that home in the high desert, and birds that filled the silences between our sentences. This family asked me to come to the bedside to learn more about this woman and to write her a song based on her life. Her kids asked, "Tell us more about those rock concerts you used to go to." Apparently, she went to an Elton John concert with her sister and remembered all of them standing up during the song "I'm Still Standing." They said that was quite a moment. She was a music lover who wanted to see it all, sitting on the shoulders of friends for the best view of the stage. She and her sister would take a Trans Am up to Paris Hill Park when she first started driving. They used to get into lots of trouble hitchhiking around as kids on their many little adventures from Riverside to Highland. Besides music, she had a deep love for animals. Recalling the time she looked over a little turtle named Peppermint. He was so tiny, the size of a strawberry. As a girl, she used to collect stuffed animals, and giraffes were her favorite. Her sister painted a giraffe on her wall when she was away in Germany as a surprise for when she returned. She had a giraffe tattooed on her leg, as well as behind her ear. I thought that was very interesting. Her sister said she was known for her smile, and that she was going to practice her smile so she could be more like her sister. As they reminisced, she grew tired and struggled to keep her eyes open. She smiled, though, as the family chatted about these many stories. The kids were trying so hard to be present as possible for their mother, while keeping up with the medication regimen and navigating the emotional ups and downs with every unpredictable passing day. Their mother wasn't able to share much besides the occasional response of, "Oh yeah, I remember that." She reclined in the chair in the sunlight by the sliding door to the backyard. She hated being in bed, laying in the dark of the room. Towards the end of the day, there were times when her pain returned and she grew increasingly uncomfortable. The kids grew more concerned and tried to figure out what was the matter. I noticed how they watched her so closely, waiting for any sign of hunger or discomfort. It reminded me of a time from the hospice house I used to work, where a daughter sat with her mother, who was passing away and was unable to speak. As she neared the very end, her eyes opened and lit up with surprise. Her daughter described it like she was looking into the face of pure beauty. She gave a glimpse of what we were unable to see at the time. As the kids became increasingly exhausted from trying to tend to their mother's needs, I shared that story with them. I told them there may be glimpses of light within the shadow of this time, not only from their mother, but within themselves. We looked at the giraffe tattoos that she wore as symbols of the creature she most admired. We wondered why. We noticed that it was the tallest of all animals, able to see long distances, to warn of trouble, to reassure with peace, to be a messenger of what was ahead. We all realized in that moment she was nearing the end of her life, and that she was further than we were. She was, in fact, very much like the giraffe in that sense, even in her painful struggle, leading the way for her children in a number of ways. The children reflected on how this time was teaching them, and how it was bringing things to light that they hadn't explored before. They never had to face such reality and suffering, saying a slow goodbye to their dear leader of a mother. I reminded them to remain aware and present, and in time she would soon be at peace. This journey would soon be at an end, so to remain vigilant and faithful, observant as they were to listen to their mother in ways beyond words. Perhaps they would glimpse into eternity, as she looked above into the sun of what was to come in the new morning dawn, perhaps even the quiet of night. Either way, she was giving them signs for many things, and they were learning to see them with presence and courage. Later that week, I sat in my studio, right here, considering this metaphor, how one who was nearing the end of their life was looking far beyond what we in witness were able to see. Her love for the giraffe, the tall one of the animal kingdom, being tattooed on her leg, as well as behind her ear, a symbol of the journey, the road walked, and the importance of listening. I went back to the bedside later that week to encourage them to remember this perspective as she reached up and away. She was in bed, her least favorite place. But at this point she was so weak and unable to stay in the chair in her living room. As she lay, we gathered around her and I sang the song inspired by the duty she now had in the presence of her children now in this final step in the road. In our attention, we celebrated her perspective and honored her inner journey as she faced the inclining path ahead. We let her know that we were standing by, that her children were close, and we were watching if she had anything to share. Even without words, just knowing she was reaching higher ground was a beautiful thing to bear witness to. As the soul ascends, we little ones can only stand in awe, wondering what our tall ones are seeing. These are humbling moments, allowing all present to look deeply with curiosity and hope as they make their transitions. Just a peek, a sparkle in the eye, a knowing raise of the eyebrows, a gentle breath of relief from the lookout. The air is clearer up there, it seems. On the wide plains that rarely feel the kiss of rain, the cracks upon Savannah's fade, the small ones, the rest of us will wait for sun, and we don't know when we should run. The wild way, on lookout for the lion's mane, attacks upon our quiet place, yes. The tall one, she warns us of the poacher's gun. The better times have just begun, yes. They're on the way. So stretch your neck, what do you see? Your head is in the sky. So take the trail, you take the lead, we'll see it in your eyes. A calm day, purple lips, acacia stains. You shake them down so we can claim a long night. You're first to see the morning light, and when it sets beyond our sight, yes, it's painted on your face. So stretch your neck, what do you see? Your head is in the sky. So take the trail, yeah, take the lead, we'll see it in your eyes.
so stretch your neck. What do you see? Their head is in the sky. So take the trail, you take the lead. We'll see it in your eyes. We'll see